I get one of the worst maps that I do not like for my first game. Oh, okay. Who do I want to be? Who do I want to be? Do I be a cheap character, or do I try to be a decent character? No, I'll do Crash just to see how this goes. Oh, fuck it. I'll use the VMP. See how well I could do. This is TDM.
Team deathmatch.
And TDM starts 4v5 or 4v6. Nice, nice. 2 level 1000s and 2 prestiges. There's a guy back here.
Crash down. Oh! Deathmatch. It's on.
Okay. Hopefully there's no cheaters in this one.
We have the advantage.
Deploying disruptor.
Man, I kind of wish that COD actually cared about their games.
The advantage.
Like, I know it's not like the developer's fault, like Activision or Treyarch or whatever, but at some point, like when the game is so bad, there's so many cheaters, so many broken things with the thing, like that excuse of, oh well, it's the suits, not the developers, just really makes me question of like, is it really the suits? It's got to be the developers at some point. Because at some point, like, you just have to think, like, these games being bad, no one liking them because of poor, like, design choice and, you know, shitty bugs that break the game, or in some cases break people's consoles and PCs because of dev errors that completely brick them. Like, is it really Activision? Is it really like the suits in Call of Duty that are making them do it for money? Because I know everyone likes to praise like David Vonderhaar for like the Black Ops series of like, oh no, he's the savior of COD, the best thing. But honestly, at some point, it's his fault too. Because if he truly does love the COD franchise and all the other people that develop like Call of Duty, like, they would do something. They would say something to this. And they don't. It's honestly sad that third-party software like IW4X are making better COD games than the actual developers of COD. That shouldn't be a thing said, but it is.
Multiple UAVs.
Target coordinates reached.
I don't know. To be honest, I'm not hopeful for COD anymore. Being a long-term COD player and someone who has played COD for so long, it's just not worth anymore playing this game. To see just COD just not... To see COD just not be good. It hurts. Or weapon balancing. Or skill balancing. Like, look at this. I have not played this game in so long. And I'm getting people like this on my team. Why? Like, why am I getting terrible players?
Confirming kill.
Because of skill balance? Because of skill-based matchmaking? 'Cause that's fair. Pair halfway decent players up with shitty players and give everyone a worse time.
Be advised.
Because good players can't always carry shitty players. Sometimes people get lucky and get good games. And then they're forced to suffer through terrible games for 3 or 4 times in a row. For what? To make sure everyone has fun and no one gets like it just makes no sense. And the fact that there is no ranking system for it is just why? Like, if you're gonna make me carry players and you're gonna make good players get punished by putting them with shittier players, give us a rank. It's just, it's disheartening to knowing that the people who actually care about COD aren't developers anymore. They're just not. The people who develop the mods like IW4X and Plutonium, they're the ones who care about COD now. And that, you would think the people developing COD would be the ones that care. But honestly, with how these games are going, the amount of bugs, how the games come out flat out broken, and in some places unplayable, it's just not good.
We're winning this.
The fact that my first 2 games on are versus cheaters. My first 2 games on this game, and forever, like since Modern Warfare came out, I go against a jetpacking cheater with aimbot. Get railed for 2 games in a row. And then I'm put on a team that's barely doing positive. Because of what? My skill? My skill base? That's not fun.
Hostile tag deploy beacon online. An enemy hacker is attempting to breach our systems.
The strike team has been eliminated. An enemy hacker has flipped control of your assault pack. An enemy has hacked and disabled your control systems.
TACOM, give me UAV eyes above.
I don't know. I didn't really have a plan for coming on to Black Ops 4. I just wanted to jump on it again after so long of not playing it and seeing how it is. And honestly, from the start of Black Ops 4, I could see the downfalls with COD that were happening. And now that Cold War is out and Modern Warfare has already had its life cycle, now they're doing everything they can with Warzone. I hate to say it, but I was right with COD just not being a good game anymore. Being a COD franchise, like the COD franchise as a whole, since I was a little kid, when I was playing Medal of Honor, was so fun. And now There's nothing. I just play this game and just see time wasted. It's heartening.
Victory's close. Reach out and take it.
UAV perimeter established.
This game's almost done. Honestly, for how bad my team is, I'm surprised I'm even doing okay. But thankfully, we do have another teammate who's doing somewhat okay to kind of offset our bad team.
Be advised. Hostile TAC deploy beacon active. Good fight. Time to get paid.
43 and 14. Honestly, it's not a good game, but after the 2 games with the cheaters, I don't know.
Deleted recon.
I'm gonna be honest, I got on this wanting to talk about like the evolution of Black Ops 4 to Modern Warfare and Cold War, and I'm gonna be honest, playing those 2 games, Modern Warfare and Cold War, just put a bad taste in my mouth for COD, and then going back to Black Ops 4 and seeing it still being pretty much broken, but more or less the precursor to a lot of the issues. Things like skill-based matchmaking and like having teammates that aren't good, but yeah, it's still pairing me or still giving me people who are clearly better than most of my team. Like, look at this. With the exception of this guy, Alpha Dave TV, this team was doing awful, and the last guy on our team was doing awful. And if it wasn't, but if you look at the majority of their team, their next bad player doesn't start till right here. Maybe this guy. You can make an argument for this guy. So their 4th player down is starting to be their worst player, where our 2nd player down is the worst player. There's a lot of things I just wish Call of Duty would change, and one of the things is across the 3 games, put a fucking anti-cheat. Stop giving the game a 3-year life cycle. I know this video was kind of ranty. I don't know. I actually had somewhat of a plan for getting on Black Ops 4 and, you know, talking about the COD franchise and where it is. But to be honest, the first 2 games going up against a cheater, and then getting on to a 3rd game where I was still having to try to go against above average players while I have teammates that aren't that great. Anyways, this might be a quick video, but if you were here for my rant and skip the cheating part or whatever, thank you for watching. Catch you next time.